Kigoshi, President of the Otani University, Venerable Dhammapiya, Secretary General of the International Buddhist Association, Sri Sanjay Kumar Verma, India's Ambassador to Japan, the Director of ICCR Center in Japan, all the distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar, konnichiwa, hajime mashite, and a very good evening, because while here it is afternoon, I'm sure in Japan it must be a good evening. I'm extremely delighted to extend my warm greetings to all of you on the occasion of this conference with the theme Transformations of Figures and Themes in Buddhist Literature from India to Japan. Friends, I'm tempted to quote what Hajime Nakamura, one of the most celebrated Buddhist scholars in Japan, had said about India-Japan relationship. And I quote, "For centuries, India has, in her own characteristic way, been exercising her influence on the thought and culture of Japan. Without Indian influence, Japanese culture would have been different. As most Japanese profess the Buddhist faith, needless to say, they have generally been influenced by Indian ideas to a great extent." I believe what the scholar Hajime Nakamura had said is being experienced by all our delegates who have gathered physically or virtually and participated in this conference. Friends, since ancient times, Japan has accommodated Indian elements mainly through Buddhism, which led to the formation of the Japanese civilization. The earliest, most celebrated Indian to visit Japan was Bodhisena, a Buddhist monk from Madurai, a city in South India, who arrived there in 736 CE. He performed the eye-opening ceremony of the giant bronze statue of Buddha at the emperor's request at Todaji Temple at Nara in 752 AD. Friends, the painting of the half-closed eyes of the magnificent statue was said to have been done by him, and it symbolizes the message of peace and serenity conveyed by the Buddha. Bodhisena contributed not only to the field of education, religion, and art, but he also influenced the style of Japanese life. Bodhisena was appointed to teach Sanskrit at a college in Nara, and there he taught Indian legends from Indian mythology. He also taught the Siddham script of Sanskrit and contributed to the development of Kegon Buddhism in Japan. There is a theory that Bodhisena devised the katakana syllabary, a Japanese phonetic alphabet. Friends, after the arrival of Buddhism, Arya Dhamma, a Buddhist monk from Rajagriha, Bihar in India, seems to have entered Japan via China in 645 CE. In addition to teaching the Sanskrit language, Arya Dharma introduced various rituals, including Jion rituals, which became the origin of the Jion festival, one of the greatest festivals of the city of Kyoto. He also initiated the ancient rituals of Konapira, which motivated the foundation of the Konapira Maya shrine the most famous Shinto shrine in Kagawa Prefecture, one of the most popular pilgrimages in Japan. Konopira is Japanese version of the Sanskrit word kumbhara with the Pali word kumbhila. As the meaning of kumbhira or kumbhila is the crocodile, the shrine too was originally dedicated to Konopira Diangojen, a Japanese version of the Hindu crocodile deity Kumbhira of the holy river Ganga. Friends, therefore, it is pertinent to know how closely Indian culture is embedded in the Japanese past and present, and a bright example of such deeper linkages is Japanese temples containing the statues of various deities. Numerous major and minor deities ubiquitously present in Japan and Japanese temples have their origin in the ancient Indian pantheon of gods and goddesses. But since these deities were introduced to Japan via China with Chinese names, Japanese people, in most of the cases, perhaps are not aware of the original names. Friends, the origin of most of them is found in deities of the Vedic religion. And so much research has already been done on that. I believe I did not elaborately explain all these things. I hope that this conference not only will deal with ancient Indian connection with Japan synthetically, both in moral and material cultures with Buddhist and non-Buddhist elements, and search for the characteristics of the two civilizations on peculiarity, on commonness and commonness. It is also expected for ancient interchanges among civilizations and throw light on deepening our civilizational links. I believe that this conference must have already deliberated on this. And before I close, friends, let me share with you two of the important initiatives of the Indian Council for Cultural Relations insofar as Buddhist studies and Buddhism in general are concerned. Friends, taking forward in connoissance with the mandate envisioned by Honorable Prime Minister of India under the project Revival of India as a global center of Buddhist culture and tourism with special focus on Bodh Gaya, the Indian Council of Cultural Relations, and I'm happy to share with you, will collaborate with the Ministry of Tourism to organize the first global Buddhist conference as part of the flagship event of the Government of India's International Buddhist Conclave with Navanalanda Mahavihara as our academic partner. I very much look forward to the participation of our friends from Japan, several scholars, and others as well who have been working for Buddhist literature and Buddhist culture as well. We will be very happy to welcome a strong delegation from Japan. I'm also happy to announce that Indian Council for Cultural Relations has now taken a call and instituted an award for an eminent Buddhist scholar who must have contributed to the discipline of Buddhist studies in a significant manner. Every year, such award will be given, and the candidate to be awarded such award will be selected by a process laid down under the relevant rules and regulations by juries. Such awardee will be selected, and we will be very happy to honor Buddhist scholars from all parts of the world who have significantly contributed the discipline of Buddhist studies. Friends, with these two important announcements sharing with you, once again, I thank the organizers, all the participants who must have contributed in this churning of ideas and concepts And I'm sure these deliberations will go a long way in deepening our understanding about Buddhism, Buddhist culture, and Buddhist literature, particularly in the context of this conference. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.